Okay, guys, we are here doing. I want to say something a little different, but it's really not. I've actually started doing a lot of showcases recently. We're here talking about Super Vegeta, the recent EZA, just because, like, there's like, I don't want to say controversy around him, but there's a lot of people being like, oh, he's bad. Oh, he's mid. Oh, he's like the worst thing ever. Because, like, I think Kefla came out, was like actually too good. And I also want to make a video about her. And now people are like, oh, if they're not Kefla, then they're bad. And I'm not sure where I lie specifically on Super Vegeta, just because, like, he is really, really good. But, like, I don't know, he has a lot of, like, weaknesses, I want to say. Let's just jump into this, and we can elaborate more there. How do I want to best handle this? Because the issue with Super Vegeta, just immediately off rip, is that he does just so much damage. He's absurdly powerful in every way. Like, not in every way, but he just does so much damage. And I also do want him on rotation with the Super Saiyan Vegeta, just because they share all 7 links. That's showing him off at his best. I don't have him fully linked level 10. He's missing a couple links. But I figure, like, not everyone is going to have him at link level 10, so it's, like, it's fine. You know, that's the best way I'm, like, going about, like, these showcases is, like, I don't want them to all be link level 10. Not only is it, like, unreasonable to, like, have me get them all to link level 10, just because I don't have Dragon Stones to spend on this. I can't spend all my meat on this, otherwise, like, I'm going to run out eventually. So I'm like, I can't do that, and also, most people don't even link level. Like, I have a super high power level because I do link level a lot. Not quite as much as, like, other people, but, like, you know, I do a decent bit. Also, let's just go ahead and snaggle tag these. Now, this Vegeta doesn't have his guaranteed additional because there isn't a Goku enemy or a Goku on the team, but I think having him here is fine. And now we do see, like, Vegeta is at 100, almost 200k defense with guard. He gets 50% when he attacks. He gets 50% per attack, so he's basically going to get over 100% here, like, just from attacking. He does get an additional 50% when he's in slot 1, but we're not doing that right now. We're also off rotating these guys, these sweet boys over here, just because, like, this really isn't about them, you know? This isn't about them, and I feel like they do more damage here than this Vegeta would, just because this Vegeta doesn't deal that much damage. Yeah, just a single 7 billion attack stat, whereas, like, the other two are not only super effective against this phase, but they have, like, guaranteed additionals, like, built into the... Okay, look at it. I didn't want you to do additional. I don't want you to do additional. I want to buy some time, so then I can have the Super Saiyan Vegeta build up a little bit, you know what I mean? Or, wait. Oh, no, he does have the guaranteed additional for the first couple turns. I always forget this Vegeta's details exactly. I think he has that guaranteed additional for the first 5 turns. But yeah, no, look at that. An 11 million attack stat, not fully built up, didn't take the first attack, and it's a guaranteed crit. He does so much damage, which, like, I see him as he'll hinder you in a lot of the current, like, JP stages, but he's meant to fight cells. And I do have, like, oh no, look at this. So we're just gonna go like this, and then we're gonna go like, how many orbs is this? Oh no, this Vegeta sucks. I hate this Super Saiyan Vegeta. He's such an undertuned piece of garbage. I hate this guy. Like, whatever. I don't want Majin Vegeta to attack, just because I do want the Super Saiyan Vegeta to get off as many attacks as possible. And yeah, I do have mine built full additional with a little bit of dodge in him, just because, like, if the stage cancels dodge, I still want to be able to get us double super off and be able to still do that, essentially. Except I didn't want him to do it here. This is the one time I didn't want you to do it, you massive dickhead. So thank you. Thank you for nothing. Alright, so we are going to be doing a lot of checking his stats, just so you guys can, like, see him, like, throughout the fight and what he does. Yeah, okay, so he's at, like, that high. And again, he has one more that he can do to fully built up. And then he is fully built up, and then he can go in slot 1 to get extra stuff. He can get an extra 50% there. He can also get, like, an additional guaranteed an additional super guaranteed, I should specify, if he is in slot 1. I don't want to look at that yet, just because, no, I don't want to blow through him that fast. We're not going to. Because, again, like, this Vegeta will legitimately just obliterate everything that stands in his way. But he's meant to fight Cell, who, like, Cell Max, he's just a one phaser. And my thoughts on that are, like, I don't mind it when, like, characters are, like, you know, like, kind of lore accurate. Like, oh, it's, like, Frieza or something, so he wants to be fighting like a pure Saiyan. Granted, with villains, I'd prefer if they didn't have like stuff like that, just because like they're already so limited anyways. Let's not restrict them even more based on like what fights they do. But like, let's say you have like the Super Vegeta, who I do think is like runnable outside of that. Also 14 million attack stat, guaranteed crit. A bada bing, bada boom. Yo, dead. Oh my gosh, look at him go. But like, I do think you can put like a little bit of that on like the super class units. I don't want it to be like a ton. Like, I don't like it if the unit's entire kit is based around like needing to do like certain conditions. Like, that's just very boring to me. But I think for like Super Vegeta specifically, like he does have like 5 turns of guard, and then he has guaranteed guard while fighting a Cell. Like, that's like the main shtick. And I don't like that it's like very specific towards only being a Cell. Like, it has to be a Cell. That's very... Also, I'm not really trying too hard to like take this guy out. I just kind of want these guys that like tank up front. Majin Vegeta will tank fine in slot 2 even without a super attack. It's fine. Like, I do want these guys to start building up a little bit now, just because like they are going to be my slot 1ers for the rest of this fight on this rotation. So I just want them to start doing some damage here. I just don't want them to have to do like unnecessary damage. That's why I didn't have them like do too much on the other turn, if that makes sense. Okay. See, we're fine. We're doing fine. Oh, I didn't want you to super attack him. I mean, he's not gonna take that much damage? Question mark. I don't think he should. Yeah, like, that's not too. That's about what I was expecting. So we're fine. But like with the Super Vegeta, having it fight like a specific character is too much for me. If it was like androids and artificial life forms, like, then I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. My guy, that's so okay. Also, we're gonna go ahead and see. Now they have all 7 links together, and we can go like this. How much defense is this Vegeta at? He's so terrible. He's so... How much does he even get when he super attacks? Is it only like 40 or 50%? 40%. Oh gosh, this guy's so bad. But you know what? We gotta get him his supers. We gotta get him super duperin. Oh, he's so bad. I don't know. Like, the easy A is... I should finish one point at a time before I move on to the next. That's always been one of my biggest issues. Good lord, he's still taking damage. I mean, I was expecting him to. 1.7, that's pretty hot. That's kind of sexy, making my shirt a little tight. Oh my gosh. Who? Look at Vegeta go. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be like specified enough to be like, it's a specific character that you gotta be fighting. It should, like, I'm fine if it's, ooh. Okay, well, we can easily just go like this. And now I do want Vegeta to start like getting all his orbs, because this phase of Cell does start doing like a decent bit of damage. Not like the most, but like enough to be concerned about it. So let's just go ahead and do that. But like, I don't know. When it's like as narrow as like a specific character, even if that character is like a very relevant fight, I'm still like, that's stupid. But the saving grace is that the Vegeta does guard for the first 5 turns. So like, let's say Golden Week happens and they release a new super hard fight that's like 5 stages long. He'll still be like, he'll be good in there, you know? If the fight is short and the power creep hasn't moved like too far, which granted with the current Dokkan, power creep does move really, really, really fast, which I don't like. But like, if it hasn't moved that much by the time we get like a new short fight, like, he'll hold up good enough defensively. Like if it supers him immediately and it's like a 2 million attack stat super and it just rails him instantly frame 1, like, yeah, he'll take damage from that. But like, outside of like that, he'll be fine in short fights. And again, then he is good against Cell Max. He's like really good against Cell Max. I mean, I'm assuming I haven't actually used him in there, but like, I don't know. It almost feels like he was like made for that fight. Because again, if you're fighting like Gogeta Blue or Beast Gohan, he's going to blow through their health too fast. He's going to kill them instantly. He's going to get you all like up through the phases too fast. And I just want to double check this Vegeta and how many orbs he needs, because he does have like a really stupidly high like orb requirement. 6. Okay, 6 or more key spheres. Bada bing, 6 or more key spheres. He's gonna get his double super here. And he is at 160. Like, he doesn't really build up that fast either. He's like halfway through, more than halfway through his transformations, and he's this bad. Like, guys, we can all agree that Super Vegeta is at least better than this guy was on release, right? We can all agree to that. Like, I thought, like, looking at his details, I thought people were overblowing it. You know, I didn't watch too many of his, like, showcase videos. I didn't watch any of his showcase videos. But I looked at his details, I was like, you know what? He looks good enough. You know, he looks fine. He looks passable. He's not passable. He's complete garbage. This Vegeta is way better than that guy. Look at him. Also, again, if you can stun the event, he stuns. He stuns. Like, that's really good with how much damage he does. Also have, like, that kind of utility. Like, I'm pretty sure, no, you can use stun Cell Max. I don't remember if you can after a certain amount of turns. I think you might be able to. Not super remembering right now. Let's just go ahead and go like this. And then we can go ahead and go like this. And then we'll go ahead and go like this. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, no, that's the main reason we are taking on this event is like show him off at like his full peak of power. I say as I have mine at 55%, but that's fine. This is like showing you guys like what I'm pretty sure he's at 55%. I could be wrong about that. I shouldn't say things like without like knowing for sure. But like, I don't know. I think the hate for him is slightly justified just because like, again, if he was like introduced in like the Merge Zamasu kind of meta, like the Dismal Future Red Zones kind of stuff, that, you know, he's like king. He's so good. He sits in slot 1, double supers, kills every like phase of every enemy instantly. But now they release him after they were like, oh, maybe we should like put out some long events because we designed all our units to like build up and take time to get going. Maybe we should actually like design events that like incorporate that like design method more, like actually like are good for it instead of just like instantly killing all of our units that we put out in the past like couple years. And like, I don't know. So I think it just specifically came out at like a bad time. He doesn't share all 7 links anymore. Yeah, no, that's like an issue I do have with like trying to run this specific setup. Is not only does this guy kind of just blow donkey dick, he loses his linkage. He loses his linkage so bad. The Goku also has that same issue, but like, I don't know. I don't have a unit that I want to like link up all 7 with like I do with this guy. Let's just go ahead and grab these. And yeah, no, there's no way I'm putting this Vegeta up front. He'd die. Even like not a super attack would like just destroy him. And I'm also not going to do the Dokkan attack. I just want to show off his attack stat. And the fact that he can double super here. I also want to show off that. Look at him go. He doesn't have all 7 links active anymore, obviously, but he is still at 17 million guaranteed crits, guaranteed additional. Like, I don't know. Offensively, I think he's just a really well-balanced unit, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Oh, I wanted to have, like, the Vegeta just, like, blast this guy away, you know? Just, like, completely blow away this entire, like, phase of him, but it's fine. It's okay. There we go. Those fell exactly impeccably how I wanted them to. That was beautiful. And this Trunks, I haven't been like doing the best job of like having him build up because he does get like build up from his super attack effect that doesn't stick around the whole fight. It's like more of like a turn-based thing. Like you think it's like a couple of turns and his defense goes down. If you haven't been supering, not like if it doesn't go down, it just like he loses the buff from it after a few turns. So I haven't been doing the best job of keeping him like on rotation or anything like that, but I think he'll hold up fine enough in the back slot, even if he gets supered. Especially because, again, I do tend to build all my units additionally oriented, just because like most of them have like very, very powerful like a super attack effects. So I think it's like better for them to super, especially since they're like decent. There are enough fights that like cancel dodge for it to be like, I think that's like a good thing. But then I do tend to put like the rest, like I don't build my characters with like credit at all. Oh, look at Majin Vegeta take that. He's still like, I think Majin Vegeta still like holds up okay. He holds up decent enough. It's the thing that was holding him back when he first came out, and now it's holding him back again. Is there just like aren't enough good Trunkses? Because like Trunks and Vegeta can be like okay-ish in current content, just because like they do have the opportunity to build up and they don't blow through phases of enemies too fast. But like, I don't know. Oh, this sucks. This is so annoying. I wanted to use the active skill. Hang on. You know what? We'll go ahead and play once per day. Let's just go ahead and transform this Vegeta. Then we'll play Super Vegeta's active skill. Actually, there's no way he lives. I don't think he'd live this turn, even if we didn't do this. Just because again, that's the issue with like the only issue with Super Vegeta is that he like hits so hard. But again, it like works out really well in most cases. But you know what? Even if we don't see him at his full power, I think that's okay. I think the highest I've ever gotten Super Vegeta up to, it was even on a bad setup, not a 200% lead. It was in the Cell Red Zone, not the Red Zone, the Burst mode. Okay, so they have everything except for Saiyan Warrior Race. That's fine. You know what? We're actually gonna go like this, just to have this guy do something. Just have him do something this fight, outside of just suck. And then we'll go ahead and grab those, and then we'll just grab these for posterity's sake, because this Cell isn't living. And even on that rotation, like granted, he had the GT duo like in their standby skill, giving him 80% support to his attack, and his active skill got him up to 25 million. I keep trying to say like 2.5, 1.4s. No, up to 25 million. And again, not a 200% lead. He wasn't under that at all. Like, once this Vegeta gets up to this phase, he's fine. He's, like, runnable. But look at that! And he had 50% more attack to get from that. This is how, and he, like, again, if he was in slot 1, he'd kill. He'd get hit and do, like, an additional attack, which would lead to him just killing anyone. But I can't pull up my team here. I do want to pull up my Vegeta after this, just so we can look at him just a little bit more. Just so we can go over everything in depth, essentially. But I think he's like almost a perfectly balanced unit. He's like one of the only instances of a unit where I'm like, yeah, no, he's a glass cannon, and I tend not to like glass cannons. I tend to do like characters who are like more defensively leaning, just because I feel like they're more consistent. But with him, if it's a short event or against a Cell, he's like perfectly tuned to like live, but also deal a lot of damage. Like again, that could be wrong because I haven't run him against any of like the 9th anniversary content. Granted, none of the 9th anniversary content outside of Cell Max is like tailored for him, so he's bad there anyways. But like I do think he's very good. Yeah, no, I have mine at 55%. Let's look at his equips. I do have some additional on him. He has a 5 additional, which I do think if you're not going to build him dodge, you know, you build him additional because he also raises defense on his super. And so like, let's say he's in slot 1, takes a hit. Like, let's say like, even like with, okay, there's no he's living against like Gogeta Blue, but like if you can get away with him in slot 1, like there's one attack aimed there, you could throw him up there. He takes the one normal attack. Like granted, you're obviously risking him taking a super and dying against like the 9th anniversary content, but if he takes the normal, he supers twice guaranteed, has a good chance for a 3rd super, builds up his defense by a lot, and also just kills people. Again, he was at a 25 million attack stat at 55%. On that, like, I don't, like, that, is that not just, like, the craziest thing ever? And again, he has decent defense. He was up around almost 400k defense. I didn't check it, but I've, like, looked at his numbers before. Listen, I'm trying to get better at, like, doing these showcases. This is, like, my 4th one I've ever done. But I've seen his numbers before just because I've tested him out a couple times. He's up to around 400k once he's like fully built up. Like not quite 400k, just like a bit under, depending on like links and not links, but like the team and everything. If he's actually on 200%, he's like up to around that number with guard like guaranteed, and he like that's like defense on his super. He gets defense when he supers from his passive. Like I think he is like a perfectly fine-tuned unit. I'm very content with him. Again, the only thing I would change on him is Cell to artificial life form or like / androids. Probably like some combination of the two. And if you wanted to throw like an androids and Cell saga, I wouldn't be opposed to that one either. You know, just throw in all 3 categories because like, yeah, it does tailor him to a specific group of units, but like it's a group that's big enough that there's like pretty consistently going to be enemies for it. You know, I mean, like not consistently for it. Like we could go a couple celebrations without like a new android or artificial life forms, but you know, like they'd be coming back frequently enough that he'd still have something to go for. You know, I think that would help him out a lot. It'd make him a lot like better. It'd make him a lot more like diverse in what he can do. But I think for what he is, he's good enough. Because again, short events, he just kills. He just slaughters them. Because again, 55%, 17 million attack stat. Active skill turn 25 million, which could have been higher. It just wasn't. Not only was there no support on that rotation, he just didn't take a hit. If he took a hit, he probably could have killed that Cell all by himself. I hit my desk. I didn't mean to. He easily could have killed that Cell all by himself. So it's like, I think he is good enough. Like, I'm also someone who's been very critical of how EZAs have been handled, specifically in, like, the categories area. The category era, like, of, like, the early ones, like, UI Goku and, like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega. I'm someone who's been, like, ever since they stepped into the category leads, I'm like, a lot of these guys are kind of misses. Like, they did pick it up for, like, the 2022 Worldwide. I believe that was cooler, and Goku. They did pick it up there. Like, I did think the SAR cooler was good. He just aged out so fast. And, like, that SCR Goku was good if you got lucky. Metal Cooler was fine. He just got instantly, like, replaced. And then after that, you know, like they've gone back and forth of, like, they'll release garbage, like the Super Saiyan Vegeta. But then they'll release Kefla. Legitimately, like, one of the best TURs in the game. Like, she's just absurdly good. And then her sub EZAs, fantastic. Some of the best EZAs in the game. So it's like, they seem inconsistent on it, but if Vegeta, this Super Vegeta, is like the worst that we're gonna get from here on out, then I'd be so fine with that. He's so much better than like most of the EZAs from like 2022 to 2023, you know what I mean? He's so much better than like most of those guys on release, you know? So I'll absolutely take everything he's giving me right now. But yeah, I think with those being said, I do think he leans towards more. He's not quite amazing. He's not really mid. He's good enough. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye.